guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Devin and today I'll be doing another pregnancy update video. This is going to be my update from my 6th month of pregnancy. So I believe that is, let's see, weeks 23 to 27. I'm going to be giving you guys basically all the things that went on those weeks, the changes with my body and symptoms and things that have been going on. Today I am 28 weeks and let's see, 4 days, or on my 28th week, technically. So once you hit 28 is when you enter your 3rd trimester and your 7th month of pregnancy, which is crazy. I cannot believe that I'm finally here. And so this last month was definitely a lot. So I want to make sure to give you guys all those updates. I have been doing monthly pregnancy updates on my channel, so if you missed any of those, I have 1 through 5 already filmed, so I'll link those down below. But again, this is going to be for month 6, and then I will just have 7, 8, and 9 left, and then the baby will be here. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. So as usual, I always like to say this video is not meant to be just me complaining. I am absolutely so appreciative of the baby in my belly. And yeah, I just want to be honest with you guys about what's been going on. For those who are going through it with me or looking forward to it, maybe you're trying to conceive or just are curious, this is how my pregnancy is going, and this is baby number 1 for me. Before we get into all the nitty gritty, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these pregnancy update videos, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel if you've not already by clicking that red subscribe button, and that way you don't miss any of my future videos. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's just Life by Devin, so you can see a little bit more of my day to day. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm just gonna let you guys know that what I've been doing is just jotting things down in my notes on my phone, so that's why I have my phone here. Okay, so the first thing is I got my first stretch marks. And guys, I'm so surprised because the stretch marks that appeared were not on my belly. They're on my boobs. Yep. I have heard about that happening, but I did not realize it was going to happen to me. So yeah, my boobs have definitely grown quite a bit in my pregnancy, and apparently have been stretched a little bit too thin to where I now have stretch marks. So they're actually on the very bottom. This is like very weird, but the stretch marks that appeared are like on the very bottom of my boobs. And so it started off with just like a couple, and honestly there's been like a few more, and so that's all been just this 6th month of pregnancy that has happened. I did not have any stretch marks beforehand. So I mean, I guess it's better than them being on top, because like if I wear a tank top or something, like it's not on my chest, it's like just underneath, and obviously nobody sees that except like me and my husband. So I will be honest, when I first saw them, I guess my hormones were going crazy and I started to cry, which Devin, calm down, like you're gonna get stretch marks at some point. But I just remember crying to my husband like, oh my gosh, like they're finally here, I'm never gonna be the same. Like it's just like hit me really hard, realizing that literally my body's never gonna be the same again after this baby or this pregnancy or both. So it's nuts, and it's not like I'm gonna let myself go or anything like that, but there's going to be changes to my body that will not go away. So yes, the stretch marks will maybe fade, but they're always going to be there now. And just like with my growing belly, like it's going to go away when the baby goes out eventually, but like I'm going to have extra skin and stuff. So it's just like, it all hit me that one night when I saw the stretch marks. I like had just gone out of the shower and I looked in the mirror. I was like, what is this? And yeah, I got over myself. My husband was very sweet and kind, and yeah, that my body was meant to go through this. My boobs are growing so that they can carry the milk to feed my baby, and so God bless that I'm able to have the body to do that. So I'm just going to be honest, initially it was a bit emotional for me, but now I'm just like gonna embrace it, and I'm just waiting for the day I'm sure it's gonna happen on my belly. And we'll see. Okay, next is back pain. So OMG, if I could say one thing out of this entire 6 month of pregnancy that was the biggest thing, it was back pain. Oh my gosh. The first couple, so I've slowly had like a little bit of back pain here and there. I think I mentioned it in the previous video where it's like on the lower like, I guess like the low right side of my back. And it's not necessarily radiating anywhere. It's just like a pain right there. And it would happen like slowly, not every day. I would have this pain, but it's been pretty consistent in the 6th month, and it's gotten pretty more significant. I would say like every single morning that I get out of bed, I feel it like as soon as I get out. And I feel like I'm like limping a little bit, or not limping, but like crouching. And yeah, it's just gotten more intense, especially when I go on my walks with my dog every day, and just moving around a lot. I'm definitely feeling that back pain. And so, it definitely has not been fun. I will say that for the first couple weeks, it was just the back pain, and the last couple weeks, my 6th month, it's been back and hip pain, like whoa, hip pain. So I know that you get the hormone called relaxin when you're pregnant, which essentially, like, if I'm not mistaken, essentially relaxes like all of your joints and muscles and tissues, and things are sort of just like, you know, moving around, and could lead to more pain slash injury. And so yeah, I definitely feel that heavily. It's been pretty rough, especially towards the end of my 6th month. Like these last couple weeks have been the hardest physically, for sure. And my belly's obviously growing. The gravity is changing a bit, so like I'm arching my back a bit more. And yeah, it's definitely not fun, and it's going to continue to get worse, because I know it's going to continue to be something that my baby's growing, and so it's going to continue to be more pressure on my body. But I'm trying to like be mindful, like with stretches. My husband's helping me with back massages, which is so sweet. And like they're not comfortable massages. I call them like murder massages, because I'm like screaming out sometimes with the pain. But yeah, it's definitely something just to keep in mind. I'm sure it doesn't happen to everybody. And I don't think it's sciatica pain, because it's not tingling, or like there's no numbness or tingling down my legs or other parts of my body. But I don't know. I'm considering maybe going to a chiropractor. So if you guys have been pregnant before and have gone to a chiropractor, let me know in the comments down below if it's something worth trying. But for the time being, my husband's been really great at helping me, and I actually just ordered a belly band, and it came in yesterday. So I'll probably update you guys on my 7-month pregnancy update video that I do after I get through this month. Because yeah, that's going to be something I'm adding to my routine. But back pain, hip pain, whew, probably the most rough symptom I've had for this month. Okay, next is hair growth. And not just talking about this hair. You guys can see my hair is really long. I've always had pretty long hair, and it's grown pretty well. So like, I'm not necessarily talking about my hair on my head. Guys, your stomach and your back start to grow hair because of the hormones. So, yeah, just, you're already feeling extra beautiful. Why not throw some extra hair on your body, right? Oh man. I don't know which hormone that has to do with, but yeah, like if I'm looking at my stomach, and it's not like I'm looking like it's like super dark hair on me, like I have chest hair and stuff. It's just, you know, that peach type of fuzz that you have, it's, you know, extended a bit to no longer just be some fuzz. There's actual hairs. Luckily, the hair is light, but it's definitely there. So yeah, like on my lower back and all over my stomach, I see more hair. So, so random, but I've heard people talk about that in videos, and this month is definitely when it made its appearance. And I guess it's not going anywhere until after the baby comes, I'm assuming, hopefully. I haven't really looked that part up. Hopefully it's gonna go away, because I feel like I'm gonna be a little self-conscious in a bathing suit. Well, there's a lot of other reasons I'm gonna be self-conscious in a bathing suit. Let's be real. I'm sure hair is gonna be on the bottom of that list. But yeah, so just expect you're gonna have some hair on your body that maybe you didn't have before. Next, my hair and scalp really dry. So I would say in general, like my hair has felt more dry and like more brittle, which is a bit of a bummer because, you know, everybody's like, oh, you have that pregnancy glow, and you either have like super luxurious looking hair that just looks like super shiny and healthy, or you'll get the, oh, your hair starts to look dry and brittle. And I sort of feel like that's how mine is. So I've just been using like a leave-in conditioner. It's really been helping me after my showers. When I wasn't doing that, it was looking a little rough. My scalp was getting pretty rough. So I've been using like a dandruff shampoo maybe once every other week just to like keep it, you know, looking good. But yeah, it's definitely not something that I feel like my hair, in this pregnancy at least, has been looking like super nice or anything. So yeah, looking a little bit more dry. And I'm sorry, I keep playing with my hair. It's such a habit. Next is shortness of breath. Okay, this next to the back and hip pain, this has been the next biggest thing that has been happening in my body this month. So the shortness of breath, it's more so like I can only breathe in so far now. Like, you know how you could used to, or you can, like just breathe in and breathe out, just like really deep breaths. I feel like I can't breathe in so far. And I know that's because, you know, my internal organs and stuff are all being shifted. And so there's like probably more, like less room in my lungs and stuff. But yeah, it's very annoying when I have to yawn. That's like my biggest thing is like, when I yawn, normally you go like, and then you like go and yawn out. I feel like I can't yawn all the way in. Like it's like there's like a ceiling, and like I'm trying to yawn, and it like won't let me finish my yawn, and I like like it like I don't even know how to explain it. Let me know if you know what I mean. But essentially, it's like I have to go like I can't go like a yawn. It's like a I probably look ridiculous. But yeah, it's like I now am like tapped out at a certain point with my breath, at least my inhalation. So yeah, yawning is super annoying now. And when I go on walks, it's not like I feel like out of shape. It's just weird. Like I just have to like, just like, I don't know, work more to catch my breath, if that makes sense. So pretty interesting. Okay, next is hunger. So I mentioned this in my previous update, but I still have quite a bit of hunger. Like I just feel like I'm always hungry. As soon as I wake up, I want to eat something. And even when it's late at night, I want to eat something. And I'm craving like all of the things that are unhealthy, but I'm not really like getting into most of those, thankfully, because I mean, we're working from home, so we prepare our own meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the most part, right? Occasionally on the weekends we'll do more fun things. During the week I feel like I've been pretty good, but yeah, I just feel like I just need to eat all the time. So I'm like always snacking, and I try to make healthier choices, and getting good like proteins and healthy fats and good grains and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just feel like I can never get enough. Like I'm just always hungry. So it's been a struggle. I definitely don't deprive myself. I definitely eat when I'm hungry. I just try to have balance so that I can still enjoy my treats and things that I'm craving sometimes. But yeah, like right now, like I'm already ready for this video to be over so that I can go eat my lunch because I'm hungry. Okay, next is I feel like I've been a little bit more irritable this last month. If you ask my husband, he would definitely agree. I just feel like, I don't know, I've just been a little bit more on edge lately, like specifically with my husband because I'm around him the most. I just feel like little things like irk me, and I like snap more easily, and I just like, yeah, I feel like I'm just a little bit more pissy with certain things. And it's not all day, every day, but definitely when I get like hungry, like my hangriness, like I've always had hangriness, right? Like if I get hungry, I'm gonna get pissy, but I feel like especially when I'm pregnant, it's like heightened. And yeah, just in general, like I feel like I can be short more now. Again, not all the time, but randomly it'll just like come to me and I'm like, dang, Devin, calm down. And I have to apologize to my husband a lot of times. And yeah, so I guess that's just hormones, right? So I'm gonna try to be better, but sometimes just gotta let it out. As far as cravings go, it's not like I have anything super fun, but I will say like spicy has been probably one of the cravings this last month, which has not been helpful with heartburn, which we'll talk about in a second. But like hot sauce, like Cholula, I've never liked Cholula ever in my entire life. But it's a hot sauce and I've never been a fan. I feel like I've maybe tried it once in my life and I was like, no, thank you. Well, I just decided, like one day my body was telling me I want something spicy. Give me some hot sauce. So I put it like on my breakfast taco and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so good. And I remember putting like way more right back on top of it. And I've been having it like almost every single day since on my breakfast tacos. And it's so crazy. Like who knew that I would love Cholula / hot sauce? And like I've been appreciating hotter salsas and yeah, like sriracha sounds good, which always sounds gross to me. Like spicy chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A sound good, which I've never been a fan before. So like, yeah, just like give me all the spice. I feel like that sounds so good and my body doesn't like it because of the heartburn, but like my tummy does. It's pretty yummy. So yeah, I think that's been one of my cravings for sure. Around like week 26 is when my urge to pee came back. So like in the first trimester, towards like the second half of my first trimester, I definitely feel like I had to pee all the time and it sort of went away as I entered the second trimester. And as I was closing the second trimester, I feel like, yeah, I always have to pee now. So I'm at the point where I think I said starting at week 26, definitely week 27, I've been waking up every single night at least once again to pee. So I know it's preparing me for when baby's gonna be waking me up in the middle of the night anyways, but it's just annoying. It's just, I guess because baby's getting bigger, I have more pressure on my bladder / it's sort of being like shrink down a bit from everything else shifting. And so I have to go pee in the middle of the night every single night now. And then like as soon as I wake up in the morning again. So like it'll be like randomly like 2:30 or 3 a.m. and I have to get out of bed and pee. And then again, when I wake up at like 6 a.m., I have to like, I can't just like sit there and cuddle. I have to like get up and pee. And like throughout the day, I'm like peeing all the time. Like I feel like I just peed. And like 10 minutes later, I feel the urge to pee again. So it's just one of those things that it's back and I feel like it's probably here to stay because I don't think things are gonna be shifting for the better as we continue and as baby grows. So yeah, me and my toilet have become like best buds. I'm visiting that thing all the time now. So yeah, it is what it is. Next has been that baby boy has been so active, especially the last couple weeks. The whole month really, it's definitely been the most active month that he's had. But the last couple weeks, like 26 and 27, oh my gosh, he's kicking all the time. I've noticed that he loves church. So like every Sunday we go to church. And so we do like worship music and singing at our church. And so like I always have my hands on my belly like rubbing him and he's always kicking and he loves the music. And then the evenings whenever I'm laying down in bed is again like when we're getting ready for bed, he kicks so much. And in the morning, same thing, especially on the weekend mornings when I'm like staying in bed a little bit longer, is when he likes to move. So I mean he's moving throughout the day, let's be real, but those are definitely like the morning and evenings, early morning and late evenings are his favorite times, and then church. So yeah, it's just really cool. He kicks all the time. My husband feels him all the time. They're definitely getting more intense. I feel like he just like is bopping and dancing and stretching and like getting all the muscles in there because it's pretty crazy. Some days I'm like, dude, what on earth? Like, give me a break here. Sometimes I'm like, okay, that's enough. But yeah, it's just super encouraging. I love getting to feel him kick and move. It's one of my favorite things, just knowing that he's doing good in my belly. Okay, this one is crazy and super embarrassing. This happened a couple weeks ago, so I want to say it was like mid-week 26. Y'all are gonna laugh. I was in the kitchen, I was cooking. I remember like putting pepper in something, and pepper always makes me sneeze. And so after I put the pepper, I had to sneeze, and I went, achoo. and like I like went like this, and immediately my right, like a rib on my right side, like throbbed, like shooting pain, and I was like, ow, like I don't know what I did. I think what happened is I bruised my rib from sneezing. Yeah, I did not know that was a thing. I started Googling immediately because I was scared that like something was wrong. But yeah, I literally sneezed, and I guess because of the way that I braced and because of the fact that like things are, again, with the relaxing, things are moving, I'm being pushed out a bit. That intensity of my sneeze like hurt my rib, and it's still like, if I like feel around it, maybe it's like a tiny bit sore still, so it's taken a while to resolve. But those first few days, anytime I would laugh or cough after that had happened, it was like I had to like hold it because it was like so sore and hurt really bad. So that was like so insane. So I would say like after a week it felt a lot better. And yeah, I Googled it and I guess it's a thing. So I bruised my rib, y'all, from a sneeze. Okay, I mentioned the back pain, the hip pain. The hip pain has gotten really worse this last week of the month. So week 27, oh my gosh, guys, the hip pain. It's like, like the back pain took like a back seat, and the hip pain came full force, and it just feels like it feels like my hips are slowly being like turned like this and tightened the more and more, like especially on my walks with my dog Daisy. Like few minutes in, I'm good, right? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and we're hitting 20-minute mark. I'm like, okay, starting to get a little uncomfortable here. And then like normally I'll go on like 40-45-minute walks, and I mean, it's a struggle. I feel like I'm like, oh my gosh, ow, ow. And I'm like having to stop to like readjust. And yeah, it feels like a burning type of sensation, like a burning, twisting, especially on my right hip. So yeah, I mentioned back and hip pain, but especially that last week, the hip pain has been nuts. Still dealing with it in my 28th week right now. Hoping the belly band will help. I think belly band will for sure help with my back. I'm not really sure. The hip, my husband's massages helped me, and some stretching and rolling on a little foam roller. So painful to do, but it really is helpful. So if you guys have any suggestions on hip pain, like I said, if you've gone to a chiropractor, let me know. And then lastly is my belly. So it's been growing crazy. I'll show you guys a bump update in just a moment, but it just has been feeling like, especially on my walks, like it's just growing out so much that I feel like it gets so tight and uncomfortable. It's like almost like tight and also like wanting to rip from my body. Not like painful, but like uncomfortable. So I don't know if like my abs are gonna slowly start to separate. I know that that's a thing. I forget what the word is, but I'll have it on the screen. I know that that can happen with some pregnancies, but it's definitely something that is not very fun. The same thing with the hip. It's like the hip thing gets really bad towards the end of the walks, and then my ab, it just feels like really tight. And it feels like I have to like hold my belly. And so that and my back pain is what made me want to get the belly band. And like I said, it came in yesterday, so I'll update you guys on how it goes, and I'll link down below the one that I got if you guys are curious, from Amazon. But hopefully just like having things like tightened together will help with that discomfort and tightness. But yeah, it's only going to continue to get worse, so it's going to be fun. Oh, and also I forgot to mention my linea nigra, I think is how you say it, like the line that is like in the middle of your belly going vertically, has gotten so dark, like very prominent. It's not just on the bottom of my belly button, it's now gone on top just a little bit as well. So it's like very, very prominent. And it's crazy because I didn't really see that as much towards the majority of my pregnancy, but this month it is definitely very obvious. Oh, and my belly button is continuing to become more of an outie. It's something that you can see clearly through t-shirts. It's very funny because I've always had like an extreme innie of a belly button. And now it's not like full outie yet, but it's definitely popped. and very funny. But yeah, guys, that is all of the updates for my 6th month of pregnancy. Again, I'm in my 7th month and officially in my 3rd trimester, so I'm so excited. I'll make sure to give you guys updates as we continue, of course. And it's getting closer, guys. I couldn't be more excited to meet our son and bring you guys along in the journey. Okay, so let me go ahead and give you guys a little bump update because he has definitely grown. Okay guys, that's it. Thank you again so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.